All right, this is John from Non-Conformance Trainer. I'm here with Mike. What's it? It's
Fuck yeah
training, right? Fuck yeah. We're here at Northside Boxing and MMA, and we're going to work on some movement conditioning. Now, we talked about this before. Mike's a trainer himself, so he's really familiar with like the idea of what we're trying to accomplish with this workout. So what are we trying to do?
We're trying to build efficient movement patterns.
Exactly. We're trying to build efficient movement patterns within the confines of boxing, of boxing footwork. Right. So we're going to keep it to that. We're going to use something we talked about too, is about using stimulus like kettlebells or weight to try to reinforce like that hinge movement. Because like you said, I'm a trainer, you're a trainer. It's hard teaching people to hip hinge without having a little bit of load to let you know if you're doing it right or if you're feeling the correct muscles moving, right? So what people don't know, like a lot of athletes don't know, is that that movement's so important in other things that they do, like boxing. Like just even being able to pop up off the ground, things like off the ground, but initiating that movement in the hips versus like breaking at the knees constantly. Right? Another thing that boxers do is they put a lot of stress on their knees when they move and they do their footwork, you know, and they lock out. They lock out the knee. So they kind of lock out that knee, you turn on it, you're just shearing and driving more force into it, correct? So what we're going to work on for this first exercise, this first circuit, is we're going to start off with exercise with the kettlebell, and we're going to be doing these like, I guess you would call them like pivot single leg deadlifts, because we're just going to concentrate on doing that hinge, but out of a boxing or a fighting stance. So this movement that we're talking about doing is kind of like a salat movement, which is like I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's like a martial arts based in like Southeast Asia kind of thing. But like the cool thing about that is the footwork is very deceptive because they keep their shoulders facing forward. So we're going to show you how this is going to transfer over on the grid afterwards. Okay? So we're going to start off facing, we'll start off in our southpaw. Once again, it's going to be the opposite hand. So the rear hand is going to be loaded up. Backhand is going to be loaded up. We are going to do our curtsy behind us. Good. Bring it back next to us. Step right foot. We're going to step in front just a little bit, and we're starting that movement in the hips, right? And we're going to turn it. Good, exactly. Then behind us. Nice. Next to us. And forward. Good. Slide that foot out and turn, right? Because you're not going to turn on that heel. Okay. Let's go again. Nice. Forward. Good. Turn. Right? And we're trying to keep these movements small and tight. Right, so I want to try to keep these my shoulders facing forward, right? And we're gonna bring it back home this way. So this is our home base. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and switch.
Switch stances.
Switch stances and switch arms, right? Yep. So that rear is always a one. So now we're actually moving the opposite direction. Right. So let's go ahead and start here. That curtsy, right? Try to keep ourselves facing forward. Good. Now we're gonna go forward and turn. Nice. And that puts us in position to hit that curtsy again. Right next to us. Step forward. Good. Use those hips, right? And that's where we started, right? We started going next one. So behind us. There we go. Forward. Right. There you go. We'll put it down. All right. Nice. So, like I said, like I was talking to you about, I do this on my kitchen tile. So for like 2 minutes then, what we would do is we would just practice our footwork, right? So out of that southpaw stance, your southpaw, right? Our practice going forward, right? And I just keep my hands up, right? But when I want to initiate these turns, is when I'm going to go through those same movements that we did with the kettlebell, right? So that curtsy is going to turn into that turn, right? And then if I'm turning to my right, that's step forward, and that hit. Right, so go ahead and give that a shot. We're going to do that just for 2 minutes.
So just mixing it up?
Just mix it up, man, and try to incorporate that movement pattern that we were just working on with the kettlebell to try to stay as efficient and consistent as possible. That's the main thing, is you want to make everything consistent, right? There you go. I'm going to put a timer on for this one. 30 seconds in. But typically, I would use a boxing timer, and I would say 2 minutes on. Right? So you want to stay corner to corner. I know it's kind of a tight movement, but like I said, you know, when you compete, then you throw it all out the window. Right? There you go. Nice. Fuck yeah. See how you have to think about, okay, if I want to turn this way, you're like a video game character figuring out your controls. You know, that's essentially it, but it's going to serve you better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get like 30 more seconds here. And we'll hit this again. See how you missed that corner there? Yeah, so it'll get to the point where you could do it like with your eyes closed and still hit those spots.
Right.
That's what we're looking for.
Right.
I'm getting to that point now where I'm on my tile at home and I'm like, okay, I'm doing turns, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm consistently hitting the corners.
Yeah.
And then you want to be able to do this orthodox, right?
Right.
Let's go ahead and hit it now. So let's get one more, let's get one more set. We typically do 5, but we'll just do one more.
Okay.
Okay, just to give people an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right? But it'll progressively get better. You know what I'm saying? That's the cool thing about it. Because now you're starting to feel, start to see like what it is that we're trying to like accomplish from here and how we want to transfer over. Right? Cool. Let's do it one more time. Maybe 2 more times, we'll see. All right, so let's start off southpaw again. So we're gonna rack it up with our left. Good. All right, so we're gonna step behind. And once again, try to pretend you're going to be initiating that movement. We're not going to turn with this one, but you know what it's going to do. Right? So we don't want to give any tells. So we want to keep it all hip isolated.
Yeah.
Right? So keep those shoulders facing forward, keep those hands up. Just like you were sparring. Right? There you go. Then forward. Nice. And turn. There you go. Hands up. Get that curtsy. Good. Forward.
Yeah, I'm feeling that isolation.
You feel that, right? Yep. Here. Good job, you're doing good. Here. Nice, now we're gonna switch it. Okay. And this is actually gonna help you go south, go orthodox.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is, like you build that coordination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the reason why I like doing the the unilateral versus bilateral stuff.
Right.
You know? Alright. So here we go. Curtsy. There you go. Go right next to that foot and go forward with it. Right? And try to be real sneaky with that, right? Because you know what we're trying to do. We're trying to isolate that.
Hiding it.
We're hiding it. Yeah, we're hiding that movement. And boom. And we're turning. Good. Nice. Let's get one more. And turn. Nice. Put it down. Here, I'll time you. Let's get 2 minutes on the grid. And now here you're going to try, you should be getting more comfortable.
Mixing it up still?
Mix it up, just keep mixing up. Now here, if you want to try going like, orthodox, you feel free to do that as well.
Okay.
I usually switch.
You switch? Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So keep going, and I'm going to explain to everybody out there about when we're talking about going uncomfortable to uncomfortable. Right? So I was talking to Mike how I used to, do grip work for independent films, and one of the things I learned from cameramen is if you want to do a shot from, let's say, here down to here, a lot of people would just like do one of these. Right? And most likely you'd be shaking at that end range because you're going from a comfortable position to an uncomfortable position, right? Versus, see I'm shaking there, versus like if I were to start the shot, start off in an uncomfortable position, and then work my way into a comfortable position, your body's relaxing into that motion, right? We're talking about that. Going uncomfortable to comfortable is gonna be quicker, because your body's gonna seek that, right? Going comfortable to comfortable, which is what most boxers do, which is why they slide the way they do, because they want to be comfortable when they move. You're not moving as efficiently as you can.
Yeah.
Or as safely as you can, be frank. I mean, you're kind of patterning and teaching yourself bad habits as far as like how you're moving. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why you got 27 seconds. This is another reason why I like this drill. It's just like I said, movement conditioning. So we talked about, some people call it, range of motion days, that kind of stuff. I just like picking certain movement patterns that I know I'm going to need to rely on consistently, such as defensive stuff, and then I take it from there. So that's why we made this. All right, so we got 7 seconds. Good job. So you would do this for like 5 rounds. Okay, so you got like 2 rounds in right now.
Yeah.
You would just go for 3 more rounds, and as you would do it, you know, like I said, the load is nothing. Once again, we're only doing it just for stimulus.
Right.
So it's definitely not something you would weigh down a lot.
Right.
You know, but you felt it a little bit because you are getting a good amount of like hip hinge in one way around.
Right.
I think that's like 2, 4, 6, 8. That's like 8 reps.
Yeah.
If you really want to think about it, so 8 reps each side.
Yeah.
You know, 5 times. You know, that's 40 reps. That's a good amount. That's a good amount of patterning that we're doing.
Right.
So for the next one, we'll stick with, you want to use this one again?
Yeah.
Okay. So for this one, we're going to do kind of like that bob and weave.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll do it going this way. So we'll go a short distance and then we'll bring it back. I'll go a little bit from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm passing it between my legs.
From behind.
From behind. Let me go ahead and turn this off. So this is the next circuit we're doing per se, right?
Okay.
So we're going to weave it and hinge. Exactly. Just like that. And we want it as stable as possible.
Right.
Get the top of that drop. Okay? And then going backwards, you're swinging front to back. Whereas like going forward, going back to front. And this is all because of momentum. We want to be able to use that to keep our chest up.
Yeah.
Right? How'd that feel?
Good.
Good. So then we want to put that down, and then you're just going to practicing nice and low and bottom. Right? Like I said, you're going to get to the point where you're going to be able to stay nice and low, grip the ground, especially if you train barefoot.
Yeah.
I got socks on right now, so I'm sliding a little bit. Typically, I'd be completely barefoot, and I'd really be gripping the ground tight.
Right.
And squeezing, using my abdomen.
Right.
Right? That's something that, like, boxers like Tyson can. You see his legs?
Yeah.
He's got abdomen just like he's got that outside sweep, and he just hugs the fucking ground.
Yeah.
You know? That's why he can be so wide in his stance.
Yeah.
And why it works so well for him. It's just fucking probably terrifying as hell to catch.
Oh my God.
All right?
Absolutely.
So I would probably do that for like 2 minutes too.
Okay.
You know? And if you're extremely tight, like you feel like tight in your trunk, that's when I would probably throw some trigger point.
Okay.
With the ball or something like that. Because you know how it is. You know, you're in the middle of doing something, you're like, okay, I got a little down there, let me go hit that.
Yeah.
So I kind of use this as a spot check too.
Okay.
These kind of exercises. Let's do one more round.
Okay. Of the weave?
Yeah, just one more round of the weave. Typically we would do these 3 times. So we go 5 the first time for the first exercise, 3 times for this one.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. So we'll do that weave again. And you probably do it for like 15 yards.
Okay.
So maybe like a little bit further.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the same idea, right? From behind. And we want to grab that point. There you go. So try not to grab it right in the middle. Try to keep that chest up. There you go. Keep that moving nice and tight. Keep that belt nice and high. There we go. Once again, then you're just going to go right into it, right? Reverse it. So it's almost like you're working on stopping that ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's almost like what he's doing, because he has punches too.
Right.
And eventually you'll be able to punch while you're doing that. So that if you get caught going backwards, you can fucking punch on your rear foot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be important too. So I like that exercise, but I think it helps promote that type of strength and stability.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
At the least, it's waking up those muscles.
Right. For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, last exercise. So the last thing we're going to do is what we talked about, which is the slow, smooth, fast protocol.
Yeah.
Right? Let's explain that.
So it's a concept of, in boxing, if you want to go fast, you start slow, then you go smooth, and then you go fast.
Exactly. You can't skip this shit.
Right.
Honestly, like, there were lots of times I skipped it. I was like, okay, I got it. I'm going to go fast.
Yeah. Rush into it.
Ultimately, you get knocked. You get hit.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was mastering my defensive movements, but I wasn't really slowing them down.
Yeah.
You know, to really figure out, like, okay, where am I shifting my weight and I'm doing a slip or a roll?
Yeah.
Instead, you're just kind of like, you know what I mean? And then you just do it over and over again, but you do it differently every fucking time.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go lightweight. We're going to hold this thing bottoms up. I like bottoms up too. And you can even do bottoms up like when you do these. just to keep yourself honest. If you feel like you're dipping down, when you do these, you could do those with the bottoms up, and now kind of help you. Not only keep your hands up, they'll help keep you honest as far as like keeping that chest elevated, right? But for us, we're just gonna go for 2 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna hold it just like this. We're getting our stance. I'm gonna start off with I'll go orthodox, but we're just gonna practice nice and slow. You know what? I'm sorry. Let's do this the second round.
Okay. So
first round. Let's go just body weight, nice and slow. So
this is the slow part.
Yeah. Just so that we know that like when we duck, we're breaking at the hips first. Yeah. Right? We don't worry about going too fast, and you don't gotta go too low because you just need to be low enough for them to miss you. Exactly. Yeah. Right? So you're actually practicing your depth too, because it's more like a quarter squat.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And then when we go into our slips, we talked about moving our weight. I'll get to my southpaw as well. Right? But if I slip on the inside, I'm actually using that rear leg, right? That rear hip to dip, right? If I'm slipping this way to the left, boom, I'm actually dipping with that lead knee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? And then same concept. If I'm going inside and rolling, I'm starting with that rear. If I'm rolling outside, it's that front leg, right? So let's practice like all those different things. You want to practice I get like 5s, you know what I'm saying? 5, 5, 5, 5. I just keep practicing. I'll go 5 ducks, 5 slips each side, 5 rolls each side, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But these are a movement that I felt like I really had to tighten up because I was doing different every time.
Yeah.
You know?
I definitely feel it.
Yeah. So like I said, we're going slow, nice and slow. And then we're going to pick up the weight on the next round and try to find those sticking points, just like how nice and slow, just so you know that you're appropriately distributing your weight.
Right.
That looks good, man. That looks really good. You're gonna keep that up for 9 seconds, and then we'll go two minutes on, a minute off, and we'll go 3 rounds. Okay, and then we're done. Good. So the next round, get a minute rest. Okay. You're gonna grab. Now we're gonna start to find those sticking points. So if it's an issue where, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, like you're stuck or you feel like you're losing connection with the whatever the reason is, you want to slow it down. Just like how when we're trying to get through that sticking point on our bench or a squat or something like that, then you really want to go out of your way to train that range. Right. Same thing we're doing here. So we're gonna try to attempt to smooth it out. Okay, we've got 30 seconds. How's your shoulder feel? Do you have issues?
Good. Yeah, it feels fine. Yeah, I'm really feeling my gluteus medial.
Nice.
On both sides, but really my lead leg. So I don't know if I'm doing too much.
No, that's right. As long as you're not feeling your knees.
I'm not feeling my knees at all.
So we want to be able. You're going to be shifting your weight all kinds of ways. You know, you just got to be able to be prepared for that kind of torque that you're going to be putting on your knee and your hips in boxing. Yeah. So that's why we're training barefoot as well. Right. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. Right. All right. And let's go. So now we're going to smooth it out. Only go as low as you need to, right? Good. Nice. Inside that. Inside is outside and out inside, right? Good. Inside, outside. Good. Nice. That's exactly it, man. Make it more hip, okay? Pop hips back out. Slow it down. Hit the rolls after that, okay? Nice. So that could be a good stance for you. Like I said, man, I'm not married to the idea that it has to be this tiny. I just do it for the sake of you do want to have that in your toolbox to be able to hit the micro steps. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, man. Like I train to run, I train like skills and all that when I run. I train my breathing, my form, but like when I'm actually racing or running, like I don't think of it. You know what I mean? It's like
the training comes into play. Pays off.
It's just you just do it, right? And that's what we're hoping to accomplish today with this like movement conditioning session. And like I said, you didn't even throw a single punch. Like I said, man, through boxing, I noticed that I spend way too much time punching. And not enough time doing shit like this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know. Okay, you got 30 seconds. Oh yeah. Nice and slow, because then I want you to speed it up on this last round. Okay? Doing great. You got so much power in your hips. That's why for you, it's good to learn this now.
Yeah.
You know. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, man. All right. Woo. You're going to go one last round and we're done, okay?
Okay.
This time you're going to try speeding up, so we're going that slow, fast.
Okay. Dude, I like this.
Like it?
Yeah, dude.
It's a weird kind of condition because you're not like totally like, you know, sweating balls, but you got a little something going.
Dude, you're activating the muscles that you need to activate.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're making those small changes on the movement that make a huge difference.
So see this motherfucker, man. He knows his shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put his your information out for sure.
Cool, man.
So I do like training barefoot because, like I said, man, it's the ankle stability, it's the feet, all that stuff. It's like that's something else I'm trying to talk a lot of boxers about doing, and you know.
You think so? Well, yeah, because
you see the footwear they wear?
Yeah, they're clamping their feet up. Mitts.
But wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys got it right, I think, because like they train barefoot all the time, and it's like, all right. So now we're gonna try speeding it up.
Okay.
Woo! There you go. So boom, right? And then you just want to be consistent.
Right.
And if you feel good, then you might want to incorporate some of the footwork in that you were doing, right? Integrating all that kind of stuff, doing your turns. So this is stuff that you think about then when you're shadow boxing, right? So it's like effectively using time to shadow box. You're just running through all these different things and making sure that, like, you know, you're going through the dashboard and making sure all the shit works properly. You know? There you go. It's probably more comfortable if you be a little bit wider. Yeah. And I totally get that, man. But then if you're gonna do that, then try to stay consistent, right? So when you do that, back
so when you do this,
try to like
take that big step, right? When you're doing.
You know what? It depends on if it's comfortable to be like when you turn, it may be more comfortable just take a tiny. I like doing tiny steps when I turn.
Okay.
Because it's easier to hide.
Yeah, I like this.
Try your rolls or slips, right? Yeah, give me some slips. Good, good. Like I didn't draw here, but sometimes I've seen guys use use tape and make tic-tac-toe patterns on the wall in front of them or a mirror, and then you just move your head from one panel to the next, like a tic-tac-toe board.
Right.
So boom, slipping is just boom, moving your head from the middle square to the square next to it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all a slip is. Nice. There you go. And then now you want to really kind of, for you, I would like, you want to be more on the balls of your feet now, right? So that's another thing now. So there's always something to work on.
Yeah.
Always something to work on, man. Especially when it comes to footwork. There you go. I think if you had socks off, you'd probably be able to do a small movements better.
Yeah,
that's probably, you know what I'm saying?
More grip, more speed.
Yeah, you probably would. So at home or something like that, if you have like good tile, like if you have pronounced tiling, like at home in your kitchen or something like that, boom, that's all you need, man. There you go, you're all set. So that is your workout. So my man here already has a sweat. He even do all the work.
I'm sweating.
He left some reps. He left some on the table because we didn't do the entire thing. So once again, for the way that this would typically go, is you would do 5 for the first.
For the first drill, okay.
Then we go like 3 for the next.
Yeah.
You know, and then like I said, just around like 3 rounds. You know, slow, smooth, fast at this to finish it off for that little burn.
Yeah.
And just for that reinforcement that we need, right? And now that shall take you into your next session, like feeling like, hey, man, I feel like I can instinctively move a little bit smoother, more consistently.
Right.
I think, like I said, I'm going to do this like at least once a week for the next couple of weeks, try to get that adaptation going, and see like how it helps my footwork.
Right.
You know, so that's just something, an idea that I had for defensive movement conditioning for boxers. So once again,
that was awesome, man.
Fuck yeah, training here with my man Mike. We're here at BMW Gym and Northside Boxing and MMA.
Chicago,
Chicago. All right. Peace.